Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to RWF Rockfist. My name is Paps LaRue, here to call the action from ringside, and we have one hell of a show in store for you folks tonight. First and foremost, later on this evening, Jean will be defending her Rock Foundation Championship against Puck. Again, that is a little bit later on in this evening. We also, earlier on today, had an announcement, another match announced for RWF Mosh Pit, which will be taking place next Saturday. It will not only feature the Mosh Pit match, where the winner of the Mosh Pit match will be receiving a guaranteed title shot at our next special event. So we'll be keeping a close eye on that one. But apart from that match, apart from the Mosh Pit match, we'll also be having the rubber match between Bruce the Money Man from Firefighters Credit Union and James from Features in Holman. Those two will be heading off one-on-one in a ladder match. Again, that will be at RWF Mosh Pit next Saturday. We now take you to our opening match, where there's a couple of stipulations involved. We are having ourselves a triple threat Falls Count Anywhere match between Brian from the Morning Sickness, Decker from the Road Rage, and Bags from the Noise at Night. Here's what's going to happen in this match. The winner of this match will take on Gene, or whoever the Rock Foundation champion may be, at RWF Mosh Pit next Saturday. The two people that lose this match will enter in at number 1 and number 2 in the Mosh Pit match next week. So we're going to take you down to ringside for the action as the superstars are in the ring. Referee Drew Peacock will call for the bell. And ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a triple threat match. Again, this Falls Count Anywhere between Brian, Decker, and Bags. The winner of this match will go on to face the Rock Foundation champion at RWF Mosh Pit. They will have themselves a hell of a task, because they'll be wrestling 2 matches that evening, as they will not only get that title shot at the Rock Foundation championship, but they will have to endure the Mosh Pit match, in which the winner will receive themselves a guaranteed title shot at our next special event, which, by the way, is going to be the biggest special event we have ever had here in the RWF. The 2 losers of this match will enter in at number 1 and number 2, statistically the worst position to be in that Mosh Pit match next week, as Brian with a nice snap suplex on Bags, Decker waiting for him, and is he going to get himself a little package pile driver? No, a little package slam there. Again, this is a Falls Count Anywhere match, so this could end in the ring. It could end on the outside. It could end in the crowd. Who knows where it could end this evening, as Decker with a nice float over DDT on Bags. Brian hanging onto the ropes on the outside there, taking a bit of a siesta. There's a nice side breaker Decker puts on Bags, and Brian coming back into this match. Brian sees Decker and Bags duking it out, so he's taking some time to appeal to the crowd. Brian came in with a shoulder tackle, didn't get all of it, but he did look like he glanced Decker there. Picking Bags up for an electric chair drop, but Bags punching his way out of that maneuver. Bags picking up Brian, and a nice slam to the mat there. Bags with a twisting suplex. Oh, but Decker knees out of it. And Decker meets him with a Falcon Arrow suplex of his own. We got to cover 1. And a kick out. Decker slowing the pace down a little bit. He sees Brian leaning on the ropes there a bit, and he's taking some time to do some damage to Bags. Picking Bags up and driving the base of his neck into that top turnbuckle. Brian with a nice Luthez press and punches to the face on Decker. Brian might have been playing possum over there on the ropes. This is one of those matches where it's kind of beneficial to once in a while take a step back and catch your breath if you need to, and let the other 2 superstars duke it out. You just don't want to do that for too long, because you don't want to be out of position to break up a pinfall if you need to. Brian tried to go for a shoulder tackle, and Bags put the DDT on Decker, and Brian caught nothing but air on that one. Brian climbing the ropes and a nice tornado DDT out of the corner. Brian dominating this match so far, as both Bags and Decker are face down on the mat. Decker rising to his feet as Brian showing off some raw power and a big gut wrench suplex. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank you for joining us tonight the way you do each and every week here on RWF programming, which you can check on 95.7 The Rock's Facebook page, our website, 957therock.com, and the 95.7 The Rock app. You can also now stream us over Apple TV and Roku as we get a cover one and a one count. Again, you can stream us at Apple TV or Roku through the Around River City channel. As a matter of fact, last night we had Joe Cody in the Sound Lounge. That was an event that you could have watched live, and I believe you can still watch if you missed it last night. Joe Cody, again, was in the Sound Lounge last night, and we will have more entertainment to come from that Sound Lounge, which, again, you can check at the same place that you watch us here on the RWF on Apple TV and Roku as we get a cover 1, 2, and a 2 count. Apple TV and Roku. Make sure you get the Around River City app on either of those streaming services. Bags hits Midnight Metal on Decker. Bags hitting Midnight Metal on Decker, but he doesn't go for a cover. He's got to get Brian out of the equation first as Brian chucks Bags into the ropes. Bags bouncing off and nice little counter maneuver, went for an enziguri, and Brian counters that. A lot of back and forth between these two as Brian picking up Bags with a sit-down powerbomb. Bags hit Midnight Metal on Decker, but not able to capitalize, and Brian gets a cover with just a 1 count. Again, winner of this match will receive a Rock Foundation title shot at RWF Mosh Pit next Saturday. The two losers will begin the Mosh Pit match next week at number 1 and number 2. The worst positions to be at as Brian with yet another cover 1. And just a 1 count. Again, this is a Falls Count Anywhere match, despite the fact that we have not left the ring so far. Brian stomping on the shoulder of Decker. Brian's going to hit the capital B. Brian has hit the capital B on Decker, but he's still got to deal with Bags. He's still got to get Bags incapacitated somehow so he can put the cover on Decker, but Bags is so far saw all of that coming. Maybe lying in wait as Bags picks Brian up to the top rope, but Brian kicks him off. And a big-time elbow to the top of the head. Brian with a cover on Bags. 1, 2, and a kick out. Can Brian maybe go over and get a cover on Decker after he hit the capital B on him? Bags with a dragon screw leg whip on Brian. Bags going to go for a cover. 1, and just a 1 count as Decker will break up that cover. Bags with a series of punches to Decker, picking him up. Oh, Decker floating over and hitting a nice reverse DDT. Decker going to get a cover on Bags. Brian can't break it up. 1, and just a 1 count. Triple threat action here this evening on RWF Rockfist, as we are just 1 week away from our next special event, RWF Mosh Pit, Saturday, January 23rd. The Stunner, the Road Rage Stunner has been hit. Decker's hit the Road Rage on Brian for a shot at the title next week. 1, 2, and a kick out. Holy free holies. He was just a hair away from scoring himself a Rock Foundation Championship title shot at RWF Mosh Pit, but could not finish off Brian after that Road Rage Stunner. Decker throwing Brian into the corner, Brian elbowing his way out of it, and a nice Hurricane Rana as Bags slowly bringing himself back to life. Decker rolling to the apron as Bags hits Brian with a nice drop kick. He'll get a cover. 1, and just a 1 count. Everybody's special maneuver has been hit, but nobody has been able to get a cover. Bags comes off the middle rope, but no water in the pool for him. Bags with a hell of a maneuver there as Decker's going to come in and kind of clean up the scraps, getting a kick in on Brian as Bags throws Decker into the turnbuckle. Big punch. Series of punches happening to Decker in the corner. Decker drops to his feet. Bags picking him up and dropping him down into a powerbomb. Hell of a maneuver on that from Bags right now. Bags in control of this match, but can he put one of these two away? Bags grabbing Decker into the capture suplex. That's usually the precursor to the Midnight Metal, but he's going to get a cover. 1, 2. Brian will break out the cover. Hell of a match to start the evening with tonight here on RWF Rockfist. Make sure you stick around for later on as Puck will be challenging Gene for the RWF Rock Foundation Championship as Bags has hit Midnight Metal. Bags has just hit Midnight Metal on Decker and a nice floating DDT on Brian. Bags could win himself a title opportunity right here. I don't know what he's doing, taking his time to appeal to the crowd, but he's got to get a cover in on Decker. He hit Midnight Metal on Decker and he hit Brian with a hell of a maneuver. Brian has gone up and over the top rope and out of the ring. Remember, this is a Falls Count Anywhere match, so Bags can really cover any superstar he wants to. Bags going to cover Decker. We'll get the cover in. 1, 2. That moment of hesitation Bags had with appealing to the crowd and being unsure of whether he wanted to pin Brian or Decker may have cost him there. Decker now going to get a cover in. Brian nowhere in sight. 1, and just a 1 count. Decker with the knuckles on the temples of Bags' head as Bags elbows his way out of there. Bags looked like he was going for a DDT, but Decker pushes him away. Brian squirming out, or Bags squirming out of a maneuver and hitting a reverse DDT on Decker. A little bit of an alliance forming here between Bags and Brian, which you can sometimes see in these triple threat matches. Bags hitting sliced bread. Sliced bread has been hit on Decker. Decker sweeps his way out of it. Brian checking his shoes, and that may have cost him his... Boy, the big man Decker doing a nice little rolling powerbomb there. I didn't know the big man had that maneuver in him, but props for the athleticism there that it takes to perform such a maneuver on Brian. Brian with a nice fireman's carry takeover on Decker. Brian had Decker picked up and Bags came in and punched him down, but holy cow, that was a hell of a maneuver, like a half Nelson RKO there as Brian's going to get a cover on Bags. 1, 2, and a kick out. All three of these superstars putting in one hell of an effort here tonight with a lot on the line. Again, the winner moving on to face Gene for the Rock Foundation Championship next week at RWF Rockfest. The two losers will be put in the number 1 and number 2 spots in the mosh pit match next week as Decker looks like he's rolling over to Brian to try to get a cover, and Decker getting a cover. Bags standing over and just a big boot. Bags looks like he was lining up for something, but Decker puts the kibosh on that. Decker so far in control of this match. Twisting white noise. We're going to get a cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. What is it going to take for one of these three superstars to put away somebody? But I guess all three of them giving their all in this match as the Road Rage Stunner has been hit another time on Brian. Decker's got to deal with Bags now. What's he going to do? Looked like a moment of hesitation. These two trading blows, trading strikes back and forth. Bags not exactly the kind of person you want to trade strikes with. Bags hitting Midnight Metal on Decker. Bags has hit Midnight Metal on Decker. 1, 2, and 3. Bags scoring himself a title shot at the RWF Rock Foundation Championship next week at RWF Mosh Pit. A title, by the way, that Bags has not only never held, but has never even had a title shot at. Bags was the first RWF champion, held that championship title for a good long time. As a matter of fact, he held it for the entire first half of 2020. But he has never even had a match to challenge for the Rock Foundation Championship. But he's going to earn himself that match next week. It'll be Bags and the winner of our next match for the Rock Foundation Championship. But bad news for both Decker and Brian, as these two will be number 1 and number 2 in that mosh pit match next week. Of course, the mosh pit match, we will have 10 superstars. We start with 2 in the ring. And then every 5 minutes, another superstar gets added to the fray. To eliminate a superstar, you must throw them over the top rope and down to the floor with both feet hitting the floor. After 10 superstars have entered the ring, the last one remaining will get themselves a title shot at the RWF Championship at our next and biggest special event ever. So with this match in the books, we now move to our main event this evening. Before we get to the main event, I would like to remind you guys that 95.7 The Rock giving you a chance to win $1,000, 1,000 big ones to pad your pocket. Which, hey, coming after the holiday season, man, $1,000 in the wallet would feel pretty damn good, especially if you had to buy some Christmas presents for all the little ones on your list. Maybe you were a good dad or a good mom this year and made your kids really happy, but that left you a little empty in the pocketbook. Or what the hell? 2020 was a pain in the ass anyway and left everybody empty in the pocketbook. So if you want to pad your wallet with $1,000 cash, go to 957therock.com or use the 957 The Rock app. Click Win Stuff and score yourself $1,000 from your rock station, 95.7 The Rock. So we know that next week, Bags will be challenging for the Rock Foundation Championship. Well, the Rock Foundation Championship is on the line tonight as current title holder Gene getting ready to defend that Rock Foundation gold against Puck. Puck, again, earning himself another title shot this week. Let's see if he can maintain it. Referee Drew Peacock in the ring. We will get ourselves a bell, and we've got ourselves a title match, ladies and gentlemen. Gene from the Morning Sickness, Puck from the Midday Madness. Two of the longest tenured employees over at 95.7 The Rock are battling it out for Rock Foundation gold right here and right now. The winner will have to defend their championship against Bags next week at RWF Mosh Pit. So there will be a lot of people having multiple matches next week, because we'll need 10 superstars for that mosh pit match. And then, of course, both James from Features in Holman and Bruce the Money Man from Firefighters Credit Union, those two will be having the rubber match between them in a ladder match, by the way. So James and Bruce the Money Man will be having themselves a ladder match next week to finish off their rivalry, and what a way to end that rivalry. James came away victorious in their first outing. And then Bruce the Money Man evened things up at our last special event, RWF Deck the Halls. That was a Falls Count Anywhere match, by the way. Bruce the Money Man coming away victorious and evening things up. And then Bruce the Money Man sort of got a measure of, got a little ahead of James in last week's match, or excuse me, a couple of weeks ago, where those two entered a tag match. But as far as singles competition is concerned, those two are evened up at 1. They will have their third and final match coming up next week at RWF Mosh Pit in a ladder match. But right now, Rock Foundation Championship gold is on the line as Gene with a big kick to the gut on Puck. Puck floating over and hitting Gene with a reverse DDT. Puck yet to hold any gold here in the RWF, and believe me, he wants some. He has been making himself very, very vocal at 95.7 The Rock about wanting title shots, wanting opportunities to win matches. It seems Puck is able to win matches that get him into title matches, but when he's in a title match, he just can't finish it off. So is he going to get a measure of success here tonight, score himself his first title here in the RWF as he pulls a nice suplex maneuver off of the top rope on Gene? We'll get a cover 1 and just a 1 count. Puck controlling this match pretty much from the moment the bell rang. Puck kicking Gene right between the shoulder blades. Puck's going to climb up to the high rent district, somewhere he does not go often. So what's he going to do? Coaxing Gene to her feet. Gene is coming up. What's Puck going to do? Big time double axe handle right in the middle of the ring off the top rope. Is Puck going to take some time to let the crowd get on his side? Crowd definitely split on this one. Everybody loves Gene, but everybody loves Puck as well, and everybody would like to see him with some success here in the RWF and score his first championship. Puck has hit deep 6 on Gene. Deep 6 with a cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. That's usually the precursor to the slap shot. One thing he's going to have to look out for, though, is Gene cinching on the power outage. That has put out several superstars and is a big part of the reason that she's wearing Rock Foundation gold, which might be in trouble right now. Puck looks like he's loaded up for the slap shot. Hitting the slap shot on Gene. The slap shot's been hit. We'll get a cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. Wow, that has got to be disheartening for Puck, as he had an opportunity to take home that Rock Foundation title but just came up empty. Gene with a nice reverse DDT on Puck, trying to rally back into this match. Puck has controlled the entire first half of this match up to this point, as Gene hitting that big sweeping maneuver, which, by the way, is usually the precursor to the power outage. Are we going to see that momentarily? Gene bringing herself back into this match. A hell of a rally from her after being completely dominated the first half of this match. Nice tornado DDT coming out of the corner with Rock Foundation Gold on the line. Again, we are just 1 week away from our next special event, RWF Mosh Pit, in which the winner of this match will take on Bags and defend their Rock Foundation title against him. Is it going to be Gene, or is it going to be Puck? As Gene hitting that big-time DDT off the middle rope. She has busted open many a men with that maneuver, and we're going to get a cover. 1, 2, and Puck kicking out. Blood pouring out of the forehead of Puck after taking that middle rope DDT. Gene has put that maneuver on many a superstar, and she's busted open just about everybody in the RWF with it. Definitely deserving of holding that Rock Foundation Championship, as Puck trying to rally back into this one. Knee to the chest. And a nice Falcon Arrow style suplex, as we'll get another cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. Puck has been a hair away from picking up that Rock Foundation title at several points of this match. Is he going to be able to finish it off? Puck hitting another deep 6 on Gene. Deep 6 hit on Gene. Puck not taking his foot off the gas. He keeps moving in this match, trying to get himself 1 inch closer to holding, for the very first time, a championship title here in the RWF. I believe the Rock Foundation title would be a fitting title for him to be holding. Puck pushing Gene into the turnbuckle, and a nice suplex out of it. Nice little combination there as Puck stringing together his attack. Going to squeeze in a maneuver, going to squeeze in a cover. 1, 2, and just a 2 count. Referee took a little while coming around Puck. Might have cost him a half a second or two on that cover. Puck looks like he's loaded up for the slap shot again. Puck grabbing Gene. Slap shot, hit, middle of the ring for the title, for the Rock Foundation title. 1, 2, and 3. Ladies and gentlemen, Puck from the Midday Madness has scored himself his first championship title here in the RWF, and it looks like he's got a date with Bags next week at RWF Mosh Pit, and believe me, those two are no strangers to one another. Puck and Bags battle it out throughout the entire course of the summer and well into the fall for the RWF Championship. Puck came up empty-handed in both of those matches, but Bags is definitely a person he is familiar with like hell. So we are going to get another match between Puck and Bags coming up next week at RWF Mosh Pit, with Rock Foundation Gold on the line this time. It seems almost every time these two step in the ring together, a title is on the line. It used to be the RWF Championship. Well, now that Rock Foundation Championship will be on the line. But for right now, Puck holding that Rock Foundation title up high and feeling pretty damn good about life. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this evening. Before I go, I would like to remind you guys that we are still giving out free Mixer Sixers of Michelob Ultra Hard Organic Seltzer. All 3 flavors will be given to you, and it's all for free, man. 0 carbs, 0 calories, and 0 money, because, hey, we're giving it away. Go to 957therock.com or the 957 The Rock app. Click Win Stuff and win some free Mike's Hard Organic Seltzer from your rock station, 957 The Rock. Again, 1 week from tonight, we'll be having yet another special event, RWF Mosh Pit, which will feature, as we just learned, will feature the ladder match between James from Features in Holman and Bruce the Money Man in their rubber match, as they will be wrapping up their rivalry. Then we will have the Rock Foundation Championship match between newly crowned champion Puck against his challenger Bags, who won that triple threat title earlier on this evening. Or excuse me, the triple threat match earlier on this evening. And then after that, our main event will be the Mosh Pit match. 10 superstars will come into the ring. Not all at once. We'll start with 2, and as we learned earlier today, those first 2 in the ring will be Brian from the Morning Sickness and Decker from the Road Rage. So those 2 will start us off in the Mosh Pit match. And then every couple of minutes, another superstar will enter the ring. To eliminate your opponent, you must throw them over the top rope, onto the floor with both feet touching the floor. After all 10 superstars are into the ring, the last one remaining will score themselves a title shot at the RWF Championship at our next and biggest special event yet. My name is Paps LaRue, signing off for